Hello every single one of you. This is a big warning for all these short-term bulls over there, because as an analyst we gotta be creative sometimes, and right now we are going to try and have a look at the Bitcoin price without having a look at the Bitcoin price. Does it sound confusing? It might be, but it will become clearer if you watch this video, guys. We are going to have a look at 3 different charts which have an inverse correlation with Bitcoin in order to check if they can help us seeing some structures that might be bullish or bearish for Bitcoin, right? Because if a chart has an inverse correlation, it means that the inverse correlation has the opposite effect on the Bitcoin price. So when a inverse chart looks like bullish, it is bearish for Bitcoin, and vice versa, of course. So guys, let's jump straight into it. And I want to start with having a look at the US dollar Tether market cap. US dollar Tether is the biggest stablecoin out there. And yeah, what we are seeing right here, guys, if we zoom a little bit out, is that the US dollar Tether dominance is in an uptrend, which means that basically a lot of liquidity in the crypto space is being concentrated in that stablecoin US dollar Tether. I would say this is, of course, the biggest stablecoin in the crypto space. But if we have a look at the specific pattern right here, we have a uptrend in support and we got a horizontal resistance from an uptrend. So that's called a ascending triangle, right? Higher lows, and we got like similar highs. It is always with these patterns, it is the horizontal side is always the most likely to break out to. So if we have a descending channel where the horizontal side is actually to the downside, then it is more likely to break out to the downside. But in this case, it is to the upside. So this chart has this pattern definitely has a higher chance breaking out to the upside. And when this thing breaks up, if this thing breaks up, basically, it will be bearish for Bitcoin, and Bitcoin will most likely break down. So let's go to the next chart, guys. But before we are going to the next chart, if you are not subscribed to this channel, make sure to subscribe down below and hit the bell icon, because in that way you will outperform the next bull market, as we are looking at way more metrics than other YouTube channels. We are taking time into consideration, inflation, we are looking at inverse charts, we are taking this shit way more deeper than different analysts. So yeah, definitely make sure to subscribe, and if you haven't done so already, make sure to drop a thumbs up. Very much appreciated, guys. Let's go to the next chart. The next chart is the USDC dominance. That is the stable coin from Coinbase, basically USDC or Circle, and we can see that this one is also looking bullish, but I would say this one looks less bullish than US dollar Tether. But let's just have a look. What we are seeing right here, we had a falling wedge. We broke out that falling wedge to the upside. That is kind of bullish, but we can see that the relative strength index is already quite high. It's already quite overbought right here. So that is something to take into consideration. But basically this pattern has the potential to go back to the top of the wedge, because the target of a falling wedge is the top of the wedge. But you gotta consider this as well. If the US dollar Tether dominance moves higher, it needs a less amount of percentage than this coin, because US dollar Tether is bigger, right? So this coin can move a little bit higher with a less impact on Bitcoin than when we are seeing that with US dollar Tether. So that is something to just take in mind. But nevertheless, this one is looking also kind of bullish. And when we look in the shorter term time frame, I might not draw this really good, but it looks like we have a flag formation. Maybe even it is something like this, like a bear flag formation, maybe a little bit better than the white lines right here. So yeah, we can, once this is breaking out to the upside, which is a bull flag formation, has the higher likelihood breaking out to the upside. Why? Because we entered this pattern from an uptrend. So this is more likely to break out to the upside. However, we just touch resistance and we might come down to the support first. And that's very important to say right here. I will come back to that later, because a lot of people will say, hey, but you say the stable coins are looking very bullish. Bitcoin has to come down. Yes, that's what the technical picture is telling us. But it doesn't has to come down today, right now, on the hour. No. this still can come down, and Bitcoin can even come up to fill the CME gap at 27,500 before this chart actually breaks up. So very important to note that as well. These are not direct signals, but these are showing the market direction and the market structure in the more broad terms. Now we can combine these two. We can combine the US dollar Tether dominance and the US dollar USDC dominance. And that what makes a very powerful chart, because this chart is just very clean in a rising channel. It's very crazy how accurate this is. The middle of the channel is being respected, the top of the channel is being respected, the bottom of the channel is being respected. It's kind of crazy, right? And we also have here a falling wedge formation, but a different kind of different structure than the USDC chart. This is more thinner and this is more thicker, but we did got a breakout to the upside, and right now we also form somewhat of a bull flag formation right here. And if we go to the 4-hour time frame, then yeah, we might just got rejected from the resistance and we might just come down right here to the support. And that is a big thing, because when this chart moves a little bit down, it can be quite bullish for Bitcoin. And let me show you that, guys. Let's overlay Bitcoin on this chart. Hope you guys can still follow me. And let's go to the 1-hour time frame right here. Let's see. So from this moment where we actually got rejected from the resistance, from that bull flag formation, and we dropped back to the support, that brought a move from Bitcoin from right here, from 25,600 or 700 up to 26,600. So that is a move of 1,000 US dollars. So that would mean, guys, that if we would get rejected and we would come back down to the support to get a bounce again, Bitcoin can move up like 1,000 US dollars from the levels right now, which means we could go back to 27,000 US dollars right here before moving lower. So guys, it's really important to read these charts carefully and correctly, because if you would just like zoom out on them and then you look like, oh yeah, all the stablecoin charts are looking quite bullish, they're all in an uptrend, they all form continuation patterns, then the price of Bitcoin has to drop, so I'm going short. I'm going to do a 10x leverage short, and suddenly the price of Bitcoin pumps $1,000 higher. Don't be surprised, because this is exactly what these charts are telling us. There is space for an increase in the Bitcoin price. And also, guys, there is of course the possibility, and take the word possibility, so not a probability, but a possibility, that these charts are breaking down. That is a possibility, because nothing is for sure. Nobody can predict the exact future, but we can surely have a grip when we look at these structures. Right, when I just look at these structures, I think September will be a volatile month, because September is known to be the most bearish month for Bitcoin and regular financial markets. So when I'm seeing the stablecoin dominance being bullish on multiple charts, even when you're combining them, and I see that we are approaching the month of September, we have a CME gap below us at 20,000 US dollars. Then that mix of data is definitely telling me, okay, there is a big chance that we are going to see those levels in the next weeks or months ahead. But that doesn't mean that Bitcoin can go up a little bit in the shorter term time frame. We literally just see in the chart that the structure in the shorter term time frame, I mean a bull flag, still can come to the support, which drives the price of Bitcoin up. So this is completely in the regions. If you want to play it safe, you gotta wait for the breakout. So we got these bullish divergence, the bull flags. Once the bull flags are breaking out, that is the moment that Bitcoin is going to dump. So let's just wait for that. That is the most safe way in order for right now to just assume that it is going to happen, because they can break out very early in the pattern, but they can also break out a little bit late in the pattern, right? So then in between you got to pay for fees. all that stuff. So yeah, you gotta think about that when you are trading. So that's why I'm sharing that with you. But mostly that really depends on everybody's risk strategy themselves. I'm just here to give you a better overview of the markets, what I think is going to happen with Bitcoin, and what I think is the most probable scenario for Bitcoin in terms of direction. Is it more probable to go in an uptrend with Bitcoin, or is it more probable to go in a downtrend? And I have been bullish on Bitcoin very loud and clear on this channel. At 16,000 US dollars, I went all in on Bitcoin at 16,000 US dollars. This is the second time in my life I went all in. The first time was when Bitcoin was trading at 3,000 US dollars in 2019. That's also a moment I went all in, and I've been stating that really clear. And right now, since we dropped below the 200-week moving average, I've been saying that, yeah, I'm going to have a more bearish bias right here until things are starting to look more bullish. Right? So, guys, I hope you can enjoy this way of analysis. If so, make sure to leave a thumbs up, guys. We need to get the likes up on this channel. That's very important, because Google is not noticing these videos. YouTube is just like, okay, this video just got 30 likes. It's not that important, right? So if you like this video, please give that feedback. Drop a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below. Subscribe. Hit the bell icon, guys. Very much appreciated, because that really helps to give a little bit a boost for these videos, so they will push it to more people, which is better for us all, because it makes it able for me to create better content for you as well. Guys, I want to thank you all for watching from the bottom of my heart, and yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it. I wish you all a beautiful day, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.